Welcome back, everyone. I'm Sarah Peck, and this is the Startup Pregnant Podcast. Hey everyone, welcome back. This is the third update in a series of updates that I've been doing since October. I made the decision to pause this podcast and just do short updates for the remainder of 2019. So for the rest of quarter four, I'm slowing down podcast production so that I can focus on shipping other work. This is another update on how it's going. Thanks for listening and thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. It is hard to take a break and then to analyze it publicly, but I'm really grateful to be able to have the space to do it. So thanks for listening. Welcome to the Startup Pregnant Podcast, where we talk to creative leaders about what it means to be an entrepreneur and a parent. I'm your host, Sarah K. Peck. A couple of quick things before we begin. We are approaching the end of the year, and I am hosting a year-end planning workshop with some of my favorite review and reflection questions, as well as my process for plotting out your entire year and figuring out how to do less next year. If you want to do half as much or you want to cut things off your plate, come join me. I have a process I love, and I use it every time I get overwhelmed. You can sign up to be a part of this program at startuppregnant.com/year-end workshop. Go sign up today. We will be hosting this workshop in December and in January. Speaking of exciting things that are coming up, the Wise Women's Council is soon opening for registration. If you have been watching us this year with our community mastermind and the Wise Women's Council, we will be opening up early bird enrollment in January. If you want to get on the wait list and you want to be a part of the Wise Women's Council next year, check out all the details at startuppregnant.com/Wise Women's Council. You can also use the URL startuppregnant.com/WWC. Those are the initials for Wise Women's Council, and you will get all the details on our year-long program. We kick it off in March. We go for the entire year together. We have a closing ceremony in November. If you want to apply to be a part of this program, definitely watch for the applications to be open because they open for early bird registration in January, and then regular applications, regular enrollment starts in February. Don't miss next year. We're going to have an amazing group of women in 2020. If you want to be a part of the Wise Women's Council, go check it out, see what it's about, and then I hope you apply to join. Okay, so I'm really nervous to share this update, and I think I know why. It's because I don't feel like I've made any progress whatsoever. And so I've been procrastinating on sharing this update because I feel like I haven't got anything to share. In the last update, I told you that I have a couple of leads for articles that I want to write, and I also sent off the second mini book, which I'm super proud of. The pregnancy reading list is out. And I'm so happy that it's out. And I thought I would go immediately into writing the next mini book and or writing the series of articles. But that's not what happened at all. Instead, over the last 3 weeks, I have been focused on shipping a series of courses that I work on with my parent brand. So many of you may know that I run sarahkpeck.com. That's the parent brand, SKP Media. And then Startup Pregnant is a community and a company that I am building for women entrepreneurs. You here listening to the Startup Pregnant podcast are folks in the Startup Pregnant world, ecosystem, and community. So I spent the last 3 weeks shipping something that is near and dear to my heart. I've been a teacher and a creator for a long time. And so I put together a bundle. It was just for my email list. So it's not available now if you're listening to this live. But for the people on my email list, I put together a bundle of all my courses for my birthday. And it was really fun to do. And I wrote a series of emails about it. And I got a lot of good questions. And I just had a lot of fun putting together this birthday bundle. For people who have known me for a really long time, I actually dug into the archives and they got my original writing workshop and my content strategy workshop and my latest course, Ask for What You Want. It's now called Get What You Want, by the way. We gave the course a better name because it's all about getting what you want. And then inside the course, there's all these tips for how to ask people for what you want, but a little bit of clarity there that was really helpful. And so there's this big course bundle that I I shipped over the last 3 weeks and it was fun. I was on camera. I was actually in a conference for a minute, a virtual summit conference. I've been doing a lot of filming and recording, but what hasn't been happening is writing. So I have been dragging my feet to share this update because I feel like I didn't do what I said I was going to do, which never feels great. It doesn't feel great, but that's where I am, and I want to be honest about it. And if I'm being honest about it, I think the reality is that my productivity and my cycles come in waves. And I do like 1, 2, or 3 weeks on one project or modality, like writing as a modality. And then I break and I switch to a different modality because I am sifting and churning through ideas, also because time and scarcity and only having so much energy to focus on things. But then I was into creation mode in terms of course production, and now I feel ready to get back into writing. So this update today is telling you that I have not moved the articles forward, and I have not worked on the next mini book. And I still have a goal to get 3 mini books total done by the end of this quarter, by the end of December. So I will check back in with all of you soon, and I will tell you how it's going, whether or not I hit my goal, and we will see. We're entering into holiday season here, so there's not actually a tremendous amount of time to do all of these things. And my goal is to carve out a couple of days to be able to write, because writing does make me so deeply happy. The good news, and the thing that I'm really grateful for when it comes to this podcast and taking this mini break, this break for the last quarter, is that I have felt myself coming up with lots of ideas for new podcast episodes. I actually have a structure and a plan for 2020 for all of the episodes that we're going to do. We have 12 of them recorded already from the past summer, and I'm starting to get really excited to officially get back in the studio. So regardless of what happens with the writing, even though I want to hit my goal, I'm grateful that I listened to the desire to take a break, because it means that I went to go focus on other creative pursuits. And that has filled me up in a way that makes me want to get back to podcasting, which is great. It's like, that was maybe the sub goal or the original goal behind all of this. So if I can be so excited to get back in the studio for podcasting and get some writing done, then I'm in a good place. How about you? How's everyone doing? How are your projects? How is the remainder of the year feeling for you? And what would it take to have the last month of the year feel really good? Do you need to let something go? Do you need to focus on one specific thing? Do you need to ask for help and support, or do you just need to get some sleep? Because sometimes in my life in motherhood and entrepreneurship, I just need to get some sleep. I hope you all enjoy the holidays. I will be back here for 1, maybe 2 more updates. I will let you know how it goes. If you want to see the mini books that we have created so far, go to startuppregnant.com/mini books. You can see the first book is called Pregnancy Affirmations. It's some of my favorite mantras and mindset tools for putting positive thoughts into your mind, especially with something as big and overwhelming and maybe uncertain or scary as pregnancy. And the second book is the pregnancy reading list, where I summarize like 50 of my favorite books. And I tell you which ones to read, which ones to skip, which ones had juicy nuggets that really helped me, and some of my favorite memoirs, some of my favorite stories about people who are going through the same journey that we are. Take a look, startuppregnant.com/mini books, and I'll be back for another update in just a bit. Hey everyone, just a heads up and a reminder. If you want to listen to our long form Ask Me Anything sessions, they are 30, 45, and sometimes 60 minutes in length, and we go deep into questions that people have. If you want me to look at your business, you want me to comment on your marketing plan, or you have a question about parenting, pregnancy, or anything in between, we are taking listener questions and I answer them in a monthly Ask Me Anything fireside chat. It's available only to our Patreon supporters. So if you back us at the $7 a month level, you get access to this private podcast. you can get access to all of the past episodes, which is pretty cool. So if you're missing the podcast while we're on our hiatus and you want to take a listen in to these Ask Me Anything episodes, go over to Patreon and become a monthly backer at the $7 per month level, and you'll get access to all of the future episodes as well as all of the past episodes. Keep in mind that you are also supporting the work of Startup Pregnant and our growth in these early days, and that matters a ton. Every dollar helps and counts, and we appreciate so much and are grateful for your support. Patreon.com/startuppregnant will take you right there. That's Patreon. Did I spell that right? Patreon, Patreon. Yes. Patreon.com/startuppregnant will take you there. The link will be right here in the show notes. You can go straight there. $7 a month, and you get access to this entirely exclusive Patreon-only podcast. Thanks so much, everyone, for listening. And I always say this, and I mean it. Leave us a review on iTunes if you like our show. It takes a few seconds, and it really does help us a lot. If you want more of what we're talking about, go over to startuppregnant.com and get on our email list. We send out a weekly newsletter with time-saving tips for parents and entrepreneurs. And I always include a weekly gadget or tool or something awesome that we've stumbled upon to help make your life just a little bit easier. And as always, you can reach out to us at hello@startuppregnant.com. We love hearing from you.